Namaskar. Welcome to another episode of Editorial, and today we talk about Nupur Sharma and we talk about Naveen Kumar Jindal. So we continue to talk about them. That was the same topic I spoke about yesterday too. But today we look at another aspect of this particular incident. There has been a huge backlash because of Nupur Sharma's statement and Naveen Kumar Jindal's tweet. Huge backlash from international community. Now, the ambassador to Qatar, for instance, have called them fringe elements. Technically is correct because these people do not represent 130 crore people of India. Indians don't think the way they think. That is a fact. I agree to that. But really, are these fringe elements? Or has the Bharatiya Janata Party created these kind of spokesperson, these kind of leaders, these kind of politicians? Have they created? That's my topic number one. My topic number two is I am no diplomat and I know that. But believe me I know my communications. I have been in communication for 30 years and with that 30 years experience, I would like to tell you that the Ministry of External Affairs communication handling this entire issue was not really correct. And I will try to prove myself. That's my topic for today. Let's get right into the show. So the Qatar government objected to the tweet and statements made in India against Prophet Muhammed. They took objection to it. They said, listen, unfair. This is not on. To which they summoned our ambassador and an ambassador went there. And in response, our ambassador conveyed that the tweets do not in any manner reflect the view of Government of India. Absolutely correct. He said the tweet and all that doesn't represent the view of Government of India. He also went on to say that these are the views of fringe elements. These are the views of fringe elements. That's the point I want to talk about. In line with our civilization, heritage and strong cultural tradition of unity in diversity, Government of India accords the highest respect to religion. Strong action has been already taken against those who made the derogatory statement, is what he said. And to conclude, he said, we should work together against such mischievous elements who aim to undercut the strength of our bilateral ties. So he said, Baba, listen, ye are fringe elements, Baba. It is not the view of the Government of India, which is a fact. Because 130 crores of people don't feel that way. 130 crores of people will never insult a religious leader or a prophet. 130 crore of people will not do that. There are people who do it and they are one of them. This is what he said. Now my today's topic is who created a Nupur Sharma or who created a Naveen Kumar Jindal and who gave them the guts to speak against a religious leader, a prophet like this. Now, interestingly, Dainik Bhaskar had done an article, a very interesting article, where they say that they have identified 38 leaders. 38 leaders. In fact, BJP themselves in an analysis identified 38 leaders as those who offend religious sentiments of Muslims. 38 leaders. According to Dainik Bhaskar, it is not Dainik Bhaskar who identified, it is BJP who identified these 38 leaders. And these 38 leaders include Anand Kumar Hegde, absolutely correct, Giriraj Singh, Tathagat Roy, Vinay Khatiyar, Mahesh Sharma, Raja Singh, Sakshi Maharaj, Sangeet Som, etc., etc., etc. Who said this? According to Dainik Bhaskar, BJP themselves. Now, according to Dainik Bhaskar again, out of 38 leaders, 27 leaders have been issued warnings by the party. Bharatiya Janata Party leadership has roped in an IT firm to help prepare the list of offenders. After an analysis, the Bharatiya Janata Party report concluded that during the last 8 years, 5,200 statements were given by its leaders, which were unnecessary, and 2,700 statements issued by its leaders contained sensitive words. These 38 leaders that BJP themselves identified, what actions were taken against them? Most of them are still there and I don't see that Pragya Thakur's name here. These people were encouraged not by giving them medal, but encouraged by ensuring that no actions were taken against them, which is a passive encouragement. So no, Nupur Sharma, Naveen Kumar Jindal, these are people created by Bharatiya Janata Party. possibly even to a certain extent encouraged. To my mind, even encouraged by Bharatiya Janata Party. And that is what happens now. Now, all of a sudden, this blew up on their face because along with India, even Bharatiya Janata Party is facing a lot of flags from a lot of countries in the world. A lot of countries in the world, a lot of countries have changed opinion about Bharatiya Janata Party and the Modi government all of a sudden. So yes, even Modi government, Modi himself and the Bharatiya Janata Party is facing flag for it. Now they are reacting. Now they are expelling. Now they are suspending. That too, let us see how long the suspension will last. And let us see what the fate of these leaders are. That's my point number one. Let's get into point number two. Like I said in the beginning of my editorial, I don't claim to be a knowledgeable person when it comes to diplomacy. I don't claim to be an expert diplomat, but I know my job, and my job for the last 30 years was communication. I know that pretty well. And I believe that the communication or the response that India gave, the United States report on religious freedom 2021, the response India gave, it was not the best possible response that a country would have given. And in the next 6 or 7 minutes, I will try and tell you why I feel that. The report said that the political parties, especially the government in India, is not doing much to stop people from acting against minorities in our country. In fact, their Secretary of State said that in India, the world's largest democracy and home to a great diversity of faiths, we've seen rising attack on people and place of worship, to which our Ministry of External Affairs responded, saying that we have noted the release of the US State Department 2021 report on international religious freedom and ill-informed comments by senior US official. I think they were talking about Secretary Blinken. It goes on to say it is unfortunate that the vote bank politics is being practiced in international relationship. We would urge that assessment based on motivated inputs and biased views are avoided. As a naturally pluralistic society, India values religious freedom and human rights. In our discussion with the US, we have regularly highlighted issues of concern there, including racially and ethnically motivated attacks, hate crimes and gun violence. Now, let's understand this entire situation and I will try and prove what I say. 26th May, a lady and later on another gentleman humiliates, insults Muslims, insults the Prophet. We keep quiet. We do nothing. 2nd of June, this US report comes out. 2nd of June. 26th May, 2nd of June. All of a sudden, there is a huge uproar. Now, the report says, Baba, when somebody says something against the religion, somebody says something against minority or attacks their place of worship, the government does nothing. The political party in power does nothing. This is what the report said. ठीक है? So, technically speaking, though the report was made in 2021, what they said was happening while the report was being published. Nupur Sharma spoke on 26th and till 2nd there was no action taken against her. Now let's start the story. In response to that report which says that people do something and you're not taking action, in response to that report, we go out and say what you are saying, it is very biased. They are saying, answer is like I said, it is unfortunate that it is unfortunate that vote bank politics is being practiced and all that. So we say, no, you're practicing vote bank politics. It's a biased report, nothing right. What is happening in your country? The lady and a gentleman has already insulted the Prophet and we done nothing about it. And we are going to justify saying that it is biased? Look at it. Your response cannot be in absolute oblivion of what is happening. Your response cannot be that. You know that you are caught off guard. What you normally do is you normally try and buy time. The response, other than saying that you are biased, you are bad, you are unfair, and what a naturally pluralistic society, therefore we don't, you can't point our fingers and all. Other than saying that, they could have bought time asking the government, saying that we do not think it happened, and if a fringe element has said it, if there has been a stray case, let us get back to you after studying the case. At least you could have bought time, acted against the people, and gone back to them saying that yes, this happened, but we took so and so action. There would have been credibility. And the fact that we didn't take action, and over and above that, when somebody else is talking about it, we go and pile on to them, that absolutely is immature and juvenile communication. I do not understand diplomacy in communication. This is juvenile, because my communication versus theirs, credibility goes to their communication and not mine, whatever I say. And the last statement makes it worse, where you say that, we have highlighted issues of concern there, including racial ethics. It is like you call me monkey, I'll call you monkey and donkey. That's the way it is. Just think about it. They say that you don't have tolerance for minorities. You don't have religious tolerance in your country. They say you don't have religious tolerance for country. You don't have racial tolerance. You don't have ethnic tolerance. Goes on. You call me monkey, I'll call you monkey, donkey, and whatever. So somewhere down the line, that's the way I found it. Communication is to correct what is wrong. Communication is not to aggravate what is wrong. I had said the same thing when India had written to that publication in Australia, when they criticized Mr. Modi, and we guys went and said this is our malified intention. And that is not how you solve a problem. You don't solve a problem. You can do that in India, where you say it's all Congress. Tumne kya kiya? What did happen in Congress? Whenever you say something against the government, the first question, what did Congress do in 2014? Was it different in 2000? This is all happening in India. We'll tolerate. But in international forum, this is not how you solve a problem. You have reinstated the fact. You've actually established the fact that they are right and we were wrong. Look at the situation. Do you think the response we did was right? That's the point I wanted to make. See you next time. That is tomorrow at 10. Namaskar.